Is this the wrong way of thinking about immigration in Australia at the moment? So I call this the Aussie immigration complex, and this is just my humble 2 cents opinion. So don't roast me too out in the comments. So at the moment, we have our federal government, which is the cinema over here, represented by someone behind the counter selling tickets. And over here is our country, represented by a movie. The movie is called Australia. Now, obviously, when you go see a movie at Event Cinema or Hoyts, for example, the seats are quite limited. And these seats are a metaphor for our limited housing. Now, obviously, some of us are already sitting in one of these seats. Either we have purchased the seats, which means we own the seat, or we have a mortgage against the seat, or some of us are renting these seats, for example, paying rent. Now, talking from a migrant's perspective, for example, I'm a migrant myself, my family's a migrant. The normal process is that, we hear that Australia is the next biggest new movie, the next biggest blockbuster. We can't wait to line up at the cinema to watch this movie. So what happens, naturally, all over the world, obviously non-Australians would line up at the cinemas to purchase tickets to then see this new movie called Australia. And obviously, the person who's selling the ticket, because, the status over here is like, well, there's still seats available. You can go in. And then people line up, and then they buy tickets, and they go in. But then what happens is, due to limited housing, limited seats, limited space, the cinema is packed with people, and the status now is full. But what happens if the mofo sitting behind the cinema counter continues to sell tickets to let people in? Like, people are still lining up. This mofo, the dorky pimple teenage mindset politician, decides to keep selling tickets so people keep coming in to watch this bloody movie called Australia. Now, what happens is the existing people that are watching this beautiful movie called Australia, they were fine before, but then more people come in, and then, people are walking in front of the fucking movie and going, yalla, yalla, and another one's like, oh, baby, habibi, and another one is like, ni hao ma, blah, 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 and then the people over here were like, who are these motherfuckers? Why are you guys blocking the screen? While I'm sitting at the back over here because I can't afford gold class because, I'm not VIP. I'm just like a middle class Australian having a fucking rant. And then next to me is an Indian mate. And he's like, brother, do not say that you are Chinese. Those people are Chinese. Do not say that you came from immigration too. And while I'm sitting over here with my large size popcorn, which I bought at the candy store, which used to cost $5 many years ago, but now due to inflation is now $20, which I'm really pissed off already. I remember back then, I came here on the premise that it wasn't full, it wasn't packed, and there were people in front of my fucking face while I'm trying to enjoy this movie called Australia. I lined up, I bought the tickets, I came in. I'm having a rant because the place is full. There shouldn't be more people coming in. And suddenly no one's enjoying this movie called Australia anymore, right? In the cinemas, everyone's bickering, right? I'm having a fight with this Indian mate. Over here, Lebo's having a fight with another Italian. Greek's having a fight with the Chinese. Whatever it is, everyone's bickering over here. And while we're doing this, old mate at the fucking cinema is then walking back to the back office over here, counting his stash. Look how many fucking tickets I've sold. Man, I'm gonna make bank before I retire. In the midst of this guy's evil laughter and the bickering of the existing locals in the cinema, the new residents that come into Australia because they are promised, this ticket, you can watch the beautiful Australia, they come in and go, what the fuck is happening? Then we have a new migrant coming in and go like, hey, excuse me, can I sit down? I'm new here. And the person sitting down over here is like, fuck off, mate, you dickhead. And then this new migrant over here gets a bit scared and runs to another migrant and goes, oh my God, these people over here are racist. As we slowly zoom back out in a bird's eye view, we start to identify the Aussie immigration complex. We start to see the people in this cinema, regardless of those who have a seat or those who do not have a seat, they all have the intention to watch this beautiful movie called Australia. That is their intention. And instead of hating on each other and blaming each other for the limited seating in the cinema while we're trying to watch this movie called Australia and be divided by our cultural differences, let's just agree we all got duped by this cunt over here. Alright? This cunt is still selling tickets, and this cunt is raising prices at the candy store. This cunt always wants us to be divided, fighting against each other so that we do not pay attention to what they're really doing, making bank every day at the back office. Well, they keep selling tickets to the potential moviegoers of the world, which watch a trailer of Australia and go, wow, I want to come into this country. But they do not know that we're full. We have limited housing, limited seats. In my own humble opinion, the only way to solve the Aussie immigration complex is for those who have a seat, every person stand up. Boom, 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 boom. and align with those who are walking around. Let's together march towards the entrance, and the mass mob over here overthrows this motherfucker over here and burn this motherfucking cinema down. Yeah, I know it's kind of dystopian, dramatic, but you know, what other solution do we have? Jump in the comments, let me know. What